Good afternoon, Year 6. So our art unit this term will link closely to our geography, English and science units. And within art, we're going to be developing our drawing skills and looking closely at various artists to inspire us, as well as to understand how they achieve particular effects within their drawing. There'll be some opportunities for you to use different media if you have them, but please don't worry if you don't, pencil is going to be just fine. Today we're going to look at 4 different artists: Thomas Gainsborough, Leonardo da Vinci, Charles Darwin and Van Gogh. Firstly, I want you to look closely at the following images you can see on this page and try and understand how the artists have achieved these textures shown through their mark making and what kind of techniques did they use. You might want to pause the video to have a look at the images closely. As you can see on the next page, there are a variety of questions for you to consider and answer. They all get you thinking about how the artists have achieved these textures, and I've provided you with some key vocabulary that you may wish to use within your written responses to help explain your thinking. It's up to you whether you analyse all of the images within your answers, or you may wish to just choose one particular image and focus your answers based solely on that piece. Now remember, you don't need to print out any of these sheets, you can just write this on a piece of paper or a notebook, whatever you have to hand. Next up, you'll need to go on a hunt around your house or garden to find a variety of objects with different textures. You might find things like teddy bears, pine cones, feathers, maybe marbles, fluffy cushions, anything that's got different texture. You'll now need to split a piece of paper into 6. If you wish to do more, then that's absolutely fine, but 6 is more than enough. And here you'll observe your objects closely and try to replicate the object's textures on your paper using pencil. This is the opportunity if you have got other media such as chalk, charcoal, crayons, pens, then you may wish to explore these as well. Using your chosen medium, look closely at your object for 1 to 2 minutes, no more, and try and replicate the texture you see. You want to consider how the artists above achieved a similar texture based on your analysis. You only need to sketch a part of your object and not the whole thing. If you wish to make a viewfinder for yourself so you can only focus on one particular aspect, then that's absolutely fine, but it's not essential. As you can see here, I've created a short video clip for you which has been sped up to save time, to show you what the expectations is for this task. The first object I collected was a pom-pom. Here I tried to recreate the soft wool, and as you can see, I'm going back over and layering to create a bit of depth as well as tone. The next object is a straw hat, and I tried hard to represent the weaved effect of the straw, and again kept layering through my use of shading as well as different mark making. This texture was completely different to the pom-pom. It was rough as opposed to soft and fluffy. So I'm constantly going back in, going over and layering, adding tone. My third object I'm sketching is a plastic ball. I tried to recreate where the light hit the shiny plastic. I don't know if you saw me using a rubber to try and rub away some of the pencil to accentuate the light. I used more of a cross-hatching technique here and circular movements to create the shape and form of the object. And again, constantly going back over it. Next object I used was a teddy bear. And I used a pencil and a pen here just to show you the difference. Again, this was soft, not as fluffy as the pom-pom, so you can see a different form of texture, but still had a relatively soft texture. So those are my outcomes. I tried to show you close up here the pen and the pencil, just so you can see the different effect that it gives. Finally, I've attached another video of a tutorial I found, which demonstrates a variety of mark-making techniques to try and layer. You might want to watch this to give you some ideas of how to create different effects. Alternatively, you can go on with your sketching. Remember, only 1 to 2 minutes sketching and only part of your object. I don't want to see a whole teddy bear, just an aspect of it, because we're only focusing on texture. If you had more than 6 squares and you have more objects, then feel free to sketch those. Alternatively, you can try using a different medium to sketch the same object. The choice is yours.